Early 20th century New York was a harsh new world for immigrants, especially those from Sicily. In the crowded streets, small gangs formed for protection and profit, preying on their own communities. Among these, the group that would become the Gambino family began as just one of many. Salvatore Toto d'Aquila, an early leader, built a network across Italian neighborhoods. Prohibition transformed the underworld, creating a lucrative black market and sparking violent competition. The Castellammarese War reshaped the Mafia, leading to the formation of the Commission to regulate the families. After internal struggles, Vincent Mangano took control, ruling the family for 2 decades and dominating the Brooklyn docks. Their grip on the waterfront fueled their rise, siphoning wealth from unions and commerce. But power in the underworld is never secure. Albert Anastasia, head of Murder Inc., seized control after the Mangano brothers' mysterious deaths. With Anastasia's violent reign, the family entered a new, bloodier era. The days of quiet growth were over. Albert Anastasia's brutality made him a target, and in 1957 he was assassinated. His underboss, Carlo Gambino, took over, quiet, cunning and focused on wealth, not headlines. Gambino expanded into construction, unions and trucking, embedding the family in New York's economy. He kept a low profile, living modestly and avoiding law enforcement's gaze. Under his rule, the family thrived, amassing immense power and fortune. Upon his death in 1976, Gambino bypassed his underboss, naming Paul Castellano as successor. This decision split the family into white-collar and street factions, sowing seeds of internal conflict. The once stable empire now had a dangerous crack in its foundation. Ambition and resentment simmered, waiting for a spark. John Gotti, a streetwise captain, despised Castellano's leadership and craved the spotlight. After Della Croce's death, Gotti struck first. Castellano and his underboss were gunned down outside Sparks Steakhouse in 1985. Gotti's brazen coup made him boss and a media sensation, dubbed the Dapper Don and Teflon Don. He revelled in attention, holding court at the Ravenite Social Club, but this visibility drew relentless law enforcement scrutiny. The FBI bugged his hangouts and flipped his underboss, Sammy the Bull Gravano. Gravano's testimony sealed Gotti's fate. In 1992, Gotti was convicted and sentenced to life in prison. The flamboyant reign that began with violence ended in a courtroom, undone by betrayal and surveillance. Gotti's downfall marked the end of an era. The family's power was shattered. The Gambino empire was never the same. Gotti's conviction left the Gambino family leaderless and fractured. Attempts to rule from prison failed. Law enforcement pressure and internal strife took their toll. Federal indictments in the 1990s and 2000s crippled the organization, forcing it to downsize and operate in the shadows. Today, the family survives as a shadow of its former self, led by a secretive panel and focused on smaller rackets. The days of vast power and public spectacle are gone. The Gambino story is a cautionary tale of ambition, adaptation, and decline. Once kings of New York's underworld, they now exist mostly in whispers and legend. Their golden age has passed, leaving only a legacy and a warning.